Hi everyone, this is Lee. So just finished coaching week and we actually had a blast. I had an amazing time. So I had about 70 women between LinkedIn and Facebook who attended the 5-day coaching program. And I thought I would take an opportunity to share a few of the questions they asked me as well. So in the coaching week, we had some segments where we were involved with live Zoom sessions. And I was able to go over a few questions that was particularly raised around how do you build courses and how do you get them sold out before you even develop your course as well. So here are some of the questions that were raised during that meeting. So the first question, which was a very interesting one, and it was all about how can you determine your course idea? How do you get started? And some of us can really struggle at getting started because, there may be lots and lots of ideas floating around in your head. And I know me and probably you as well, you've probably experienced a lot in life and you can teach a lot in life as well. So sometimes it can be hard to narrow down. But I want you to take one moment and really acknowledge what you do well. And the way that you do that is, sit back and do a bit of a reflection. And what are some of the comments people come up to you and say, gee, you do that well? For example, for me, because I'm a coach, and I've been a coach for 20 years, I'm a bit of an introvert, but I am really great at listening. So coaching role for me it fits my personality really well because I'm a good listener. And also often when I was in the corporate arena, people would say to me that I'm a really good problem solver as well. So therefore, looking at, being able to listen effectively and actively and really caring for my, my clients and people I'm talking to helps me to be that good coach so I can actually teach those skills to other people as well. So it's taking a moment and acknowledging what you're good at and reflecting back on the comments that have been made to you in the past about you should teach that. Another way you can look at as well is really knowing your audience and looking at your audience and really starting to have conversations with your audience and know what's their biggest challenges. What's keeping them awake up at night and what are their dreams? What are their desires? Because people will pay money to help them to transform to where they want to go and to overcome their challenges and their problems. And this is why knowing your audience is absolutely essential before you even start to develop your courses. So look at that, what keeps them awake? What's the ripple effect? When they lie in their bed at night and they're worried, what's going through their head? So understanding their problem, then looking at is how can your idea and your course solve that problem for them. And when you create your course, you only want to solve one problem because you can create many courses that will solve different problems at a later stage down the track as well. The other thing is, I believe, is absolutely a must, and that is to be passionate about what your course is about. Because being an entrepreneur, it can be very up and down with like a roller coaster at times, when things don't actually start to work fast enough for you or you're not gaining momentum in your business fast enough as well. But the passion and the why, what's your big why? What's your purpose? Knowing your passion and knowing the why and tapping into how that lights you up and how you want to impact and serve your clients as well will help you to keep on going when you've got to dust yourself off and throw it out there again. So look at that as well. And there's a really good thing you could do to actually verify your idea, and that is grab your mobile phone. Find 5 friends or 5 go-to people that support you and put the idea out there and ask them what do they think about that idea. The next question that was asked by a lot of people on the course was, how do you know if your course is going to sell? Because it's so important to understand that the course you're developing, your market is going to buy from you before you start developing your course as well. So this is, again, it's looking on this wonderful thing that we call internet. The internet's going to give you all the information that you need. So what you're searching for on the internet is you're searching to see if anyone else has the same idea as what you're doing. So say, for example, I have an idea of doing a obedience training for dogs, for example, right? So dogs. So I start looking at courses around obedience training for dogs, and I'll start to see some courses pop up because everyone loves dogs and people like to be able to walk with their dogs and have a dog that's well trained with them as well. So you'll start to see that, but also you're watching to see if people are paying for ads around that topic. Because if people are paying for ads around that topic, that means that their business is viable. That means they're getting income from their business so that they can afford to pay for advertising on top. That's going to give you an indication straight away. As well as that, you want to look at the topic. Are there forums around that topic? And also, are there clubs around that topic as well? Such as we know there's probably lots and lots of clubs around for dog training. So all this information you actually search on the internet and you start to see what's happening there so that you can look at, yes, this is going to be a viable idea. Now, if you've got an idea and no one is doing what you're thinking about doing, that's not necessarily a good thing, because you become a pioneer of that idea and you can't model on what's happening out there already. That means no one else is aware of it. You've got to create that awareness, you've got to create that momentum and everything else as well. Whereas if someone else is doing something similar to what you're doing, people are already aware of that as well. So do your market research, and then of course, then you're going to put your idea and maybe your outline out into your audience and to see if people are going to put their hands up to go onto your wait list or whatever to actually look at that program before you even start developing it. And then a question that people always ask me, and that is, how do I know what to give away for free and also what to hold back on for paid as well when I'm actually, you're marketing yourself and getting people to be aware of what you're offering. So a wise man, of a friend of mine who was in a mastermind group with me, he made it so simple. He said that when you're giving away free stuff and you're getting people engaged, you're giving away inspiration for free. So you're getting people inspired, you're giving people hope, you're showing them your authority, you're showing them you know what you're talking about, you're giving them hope, but you don't teach the how to do that technique unless they pay for it. And that's really important, because at the end of the day, a lot of business owners, they give away too much for free and they wonder why people don't pay for their services as well. So again, give away, give away to inspire, and for your pay programs, teach them how to actually achieve the transformation that they are looking for. So that's important, is to achieve the transformation well. So they're just a few of the tips that I was talking about. As you probably already know, my membership is opening up in 2 days' time. It closes down there, but we go into more depth and more detail around course creation and launching of your course. So jump on over, check out the membership, and if you've got any further questions, you can talk to me, and I look forward to seeing you in the membership as well. Take care. Bye.